Hey friends, this is Tiffany, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for being here. Today we're going to take you along as we bake some holiday treats. We're a little bit behind the times as we've all had some sickness and it's just been a busy time of year, but needless to say, we are going to get these sweet treats done just in time for Christmas. The first thing we are making is super easy enough for kids to do pretty much on their own. We just took Rolos, we unpeeled all the wrapping, and now we're just putting them on top of pretzels, and then we're going to pop these in the oven just for about 3 to 5 minutes at 250. These Rolo pretzels are just the perfect amount of sweet and salty, and our kids love them, and we kept stealing Rolos as we did this, but they came out so good. Again, after placing all the Rolos on top of the pretzels, we placed them in the oven at 250 for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then once everything is melted, we went ahead and put another pretzel on top to make like a little sandwich and then let them cool for a while. I really love getting the kids involved in the kitchen and making some holiday traditions and just spending that quality time together, listening to Christmas music, having fun, and just teaching them life skills. Here you can see the finished product, and it is going to be really hard not to eat too many of these before all the family comes for the holiday. Next, we're going to make soft frosted sugar cookies, and with this you just need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. I will have this recipe linked in the description below, but in a medium bowl, we're going to whisk together the flour, cornstarch, baking soda, and the salt. And then in a large mixing bowl, we're going to cream together the butter and the sugar, either using a hand mixer or a stand mixer until it's light and fluffy. And to make the creamed butter, we're going to use 10 tablespoons of unsalted butter that's room temperature, and then 1 cup of sugar. When you're baking, you have to put a little bit of flour on your nose just to make it look real and have a fun time. After the butter is creamed, you're going to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of vegetable oil slowly as you put on the stand mixer. And then you're going to scrape down the sides and mix in the eggs one at a time. You're going to use 1 whole egg and then use 1 egg yolk. And the egg should be at room temperature. Next, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and we're going to keep on mixing until we get a nice consistency. Next, we're going to dump in half of the dry ingredients and give it a light mix, and then add the rest and mix until combined, but just careful that you don't overmix. And then of course you got to give it a little taste test. The The dough should be thick and tacky, and then we're going to move it to another bowl and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes to chill. Next, we're going to start a new recipe for our family. It is a salted peanut butter Christmas tree. So we are going to go ahead and crush up a half a cup of pretzels, and we're also going to add some quick oats and 2 cups of Rice Krispie cereal. And again, this recipe will be linked in the description below. Then in a saucepan over medium heat, we're going to add a half a cup of Caro light corn syrup and a half a cup of light brown sugar. So we're going to continue to mix this until it starts to bubble and allow it to bubble for about 30 seconds, then remove it from the heat and add 3/4 cup of peanut butter. And then make sure you take a little break to rock out to some good Christmas music. So next we're going to take that syrup mixture and pour it into the bowl of cereal and stir till it's coated. And then we're going to press that into an 8x8 square baking dish that is greased and lined with parchment paper. And then we're going to press it firmly into the pan in all the corners. While I'm doing this, I microwaved a half a cup of creamy peanut butter and 3/4 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips until they were all melted. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour that on top of the peanut butter layer and spread it evenly, and then I'm going to give it a little shake so it spreads out, and then we're going to place it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to an hour just to set. While the peanut butter bars set in the refrigerator, I'm going to go ahead and move back to the sugar cookies. So they have been chilling in the fridge, and I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 350, and then I'm going to use a cookie scoop and roll these cookies into balls and place them on a baking sheet. And then we're going to use the palm of our hands just to flatten them out, and we're going to place them in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes or until the edges are a very pale golden color. I would love to hear in the comments below if you are behind on your Christmas baking this year like we are. It just snuck up on us with Thanksgiving being so late, but needless to say, we're getting it done and we're going to enjoy this time together as a family. I would also love to hear in the comments your favorite Christmas cookie or sweet treat recipe. If you want to share that, I would love to add some new things to our recipes for next year. Our chocolate Rolo pretzels have cooled, and now we're going to go ahead and just store them away until Christmas. I love how at the holiday, the kitchen hums with laughter and the promise of joy as the oven works its magic, transforming simple ingredients into delicious treats. Whether you're baking for your family, friends, or as gifts, the act itself adds a layer of nostalgia and celebration, making Christmas feel a little more special with each batch that you bake. So now the sugar cookies are done in the oven, and we're going to let them cool before we ice them. While the sugar cookies are cooling, I'm going to go ahead and make the vanilla buttercream. So we're going to use 3/4 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, 2 to 3 cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. And then you can add whatever food coloring you would like. I decided to add green food coloring just to make it a little bit holiday festive. So I had lost my little helper due to her not feeling well and just being really tired. So I'm going to go ahead and ice these cookies by myself, but I think this icing is super soft and fluffy and really sweet, but not overly sweet. So now we're moving back to these peanut butter bars, and I remove them from the fridge, and I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the pan, and then I'm going to make a cut down the middle and then slice each half into triangles. And then we're going to go ahead and make the icing to decorate them with. So to make the icing, you use 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of milk, and then 1 to 2 drops of green food coloring. My husband loves chocolate and peanut butter together, so I think that he's going to really like this treat, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make another batch because I know my family will devour these quickly. Then in a Ziploc bag, I just cut a corner off, and I'm going to go ahead and ice these cookies. I am by no means great at icing things. I'm trying to make a little design so it looks like a tree, but you can use whatever color you'd like, but the green just makes it really look like a Christmas tree. If you don't know this already, I am a nurse and I am scheduled to work Christmas this year, unfortunately, but all of my coworkers and I are bringing in a snack to eat at night. So I'm going to be making a Chex Mix in a crock pot, and this makes a pretty large amount, so I'm going to split this up for my coworkers and for my family. And this Chex Mix is one of our favorites at Christmas. So I'm going to go ahead and take 6 tablespoons of butter and melt it in the microwave, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of Season Salt, 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then in the crock pot, I'm going to place 9 cups of Chex Cereal. I've used some corn and some rice Chex, 2 cups of pretzels, and then 1 cup of Cheerios and 1 cup of peanuts. And then I'm going to mix this in the crock pot and pour the sauce that I made over top, and then we're going to let it cook at low heat for 3 hours. After you pour that mixture over top, make sure you stir it for a good while. I tried to stir for at least a minute so everything is coated. And then after it's done cooking, for those 3 hours, you're going to place it on parchment paper or cookie sheets and just let it dry out before you put it in a storage container. Thank you so much for joining me in celebrating the holiday season. I hope you found some inspiration for your own festivities and enjoyed the warmth of this special time of year. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more holiday fun and all the content I've got coming your way in the new year. Wishing you all a joyful and peaceful holiday season filled with love, laughter, and of course, plenty of treats. See you next time.